week, 6 of us got to come to the country of Mali in Western Africa. We came here to explore potential partnerships in the future between our church and church planners who are reaching out to some unreached people groups. We traveled outside of the capital city, probably about 5 hours into the African bush, where we met pastors and church planners who are living life with unreached peoples, who are living their life every day just like the people there. They are from churches and from people groups that are close to or proximate to these unreached people groups.
They probably, in a lot of cases, don't have a lot to eat, or don't have enough to eat, I should say, but they're willing to go. And like this young man that went from this large city, and he's out in basically living in a little hut. So to me, the sacrifices that they're willing to do. There are a lot of people, I guess, in America that make sacrifices, but to compare the two, they're both called sacrifices, but these seem to be far, far more of a sacrifice.
It was special to hear about a pastor and hear about a people who has come to know Christ and is now taking the gospel from their village and going to the next unreached people group. This is Pastor Abdias. He is a church planter in Western Mali, ministering to an unreached people group there. He has seen many people come to know Christ in his village, and he is now going out to a second unreached people group.
Generally, when you go to places and you see people led to the Lord, you don't see people that there is someone who has led someone to the Lord, and then that in turn, that particular new believer is going out and starting another church.
A year ago, there was no one in that village that we would actually put under the definition of what a believer is, no one. And yet now there's multiples in many, many villages and surrounding areas that now, because of one or two that came to know Jesus Christ, have now spread that name around, and in many cases there's hundreds and hundreds that have come to know Christ. In turn, they will have influence in the next village. We'll go down the road, so to speak, to tell.
What a great privilege we have as a church in America to partner with a church here across the world to take the gospel to a people group that we may never be able to influence. But because this church here has agreed to go to their brothers who speak the same language, have a similar culture, we can be a part of God drawing men and women from that people group to himself.